going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 16 Draft Champions gameplay, and we're here for another edition of This Week in Football. We kicked this series off last week, and if you don't know, basically we're talking about the NFL every single Thursday when we kick off a brand new week. We'll talk about some things that happened last week, we'll talk about some things that are going on for this week's games, and we'll also make some underdog picks with the Vegas spread. So let's talk about last week. It was so good to have football back. What a great week number one we had. The Giants and the Cowboys Sunday night game came down to the wire. Tony Romo, who's been mocked for not being clutch, had his 26 game-winning drive in his career, which is one of the top of the league. You gotta give him props. As much as I hate him, he did his thing. Now the Giants defense, I don't even know how they stayed in that game, to be honest. They had zero pass rush. I don't know if it was the Cowboys' offensive line because of that or just the Giants' lack of talent. We will find out this Sunday, though, in Philadelphia when the Cowboys take on my Eagles, who also had problems getting to the quarterback, which I didn't think would happen when we played the Falcons. We lost. The Eagles lost to the Falcons by 2 points. Crazy game. Came all the way back from 17 down at halftime, and you just had this feeling that they were going to do it, but then they just came up short. A questionable play call by Chip Kelly, kicking the field goal instead of going for it on 4th and 1. Look, and Sam Bradford was moving the ball. He was taking what the defense gave him, and, they didn't run the ball a lot. A lot of things will be made about DeMarco barely carrying the ball, which I would have liked to see a little more balance, but Chip Kelly said, and I agree with him, they couldn't stop the pass in the second half, so why would you get away from it? But then it comes down to a 4th and 1, moving the ball so well down the field, and he tried to go for the field goal, which was just a terrible, terrible miss. And unfortunately, the Eagles go to 0-1, Falcons to 1-0. So that's going to be a very good game, Eagles versus Cowboys. Speaking of good games, how about the Rams versus the Seahawks? That game was great. Great to see Nick Foles get the win over Seattle. I think the Rams have beat Seattle 3 or 4 times in a row now. I don't know. They kind of own Seattle. And I'm telling you, I gave my divisional winner predictions last week. I think the Rams are going to win the NFC West, and they certainly took the right step forward in order to do that by knocking off the back-to-back defending champions of the NFC West. So that's going to be a fun division to watch. The 49ers, everybody thought, including myself, that the Vikings would beat them. I thought it was very strange that the Vikings were favorites on the road against the 49ers, and they came out and looked good. Carlos Hyde was just amazing. He had a great game, and just trying to think of any other games that were really, really good last week. I think that's about it. The Bills looked very impressive. I told you guys that would happen in last week's video. I said that I think the Colts are still going to be good. I don't want to write them off, but I think they're going to struggle early with all the new pieces. And the Bills totally dominated them. So last week I gave you guys 3 upset picks with the Vegas spread. I took the Vikings. I lied. I took the Saints plus the points. I took the Bills plus the points, and I took the Rams plus the points. We went 2-1 last week, so that's a winning percentage. We're going to keep track of this all season long, guys, and try to keep a record. Let me know if you guys bet any MUT coins on my picks this week or maybe even next week. So this week, I like the Bills again. They're getting 1.5 points at home against the Patriots. Patriots obviously looked really good in the opener, but I think you can't really compare the Steelers' defense and the Bills' defense. Bills' defense much better, and I know the people up in Western New York are going to be hyped for the game Sunday afternoon. So I'm taking the Bills plus 1.5. The next bet that I'm taking is the San Diego Chargers, who looked pretty bad in the first half against the Lions at home, but came back and Lions blew another lead. It seems like that's kind of been their MO for the last couple years. But the Chargers plus 3.5 against the Bengals. I think that line's a little tilted because the Bengals look so good against the Raiders, but guys, it's the Raiders. That's why the Bengals look so good. I don't think the Bengals are going to be a great team this year. I could be completely wrong, but give me 3.5 against the Chargers. Bengals might even win that game, but I could see it coming down to a field goal. And then finally, I'm going to take, even though they're away, I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons plus 2 on the road against the New York Giants. I know the Falcons are a completely different team at home than they are on the road historically, but I just don't think the Giants are very good. I think that this line kind of reflects how they stay competitive with the Cowboys. I don't even want to say how good they looked against the Cowboys, because I don't think they look good at all. I think they somehow just stayed in the game, but I don't think the Giants are going to be very good. No pass rush, no linebacker core. Their secondary's pretty good. Eli Manning, I just don't think he's going to be good anymore. I mean, the dumb decisions he made Sunday night against the Cowboys. So those are my 3 upset picks of the week. Let me know what you guys got. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? What games are you looking forward to? I would say tonight's game is probably going to be good. Green Bay versus Seattle is going to be a great game Sunday night. I'm Popular Stranger. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.